When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden be,
then I am still and wait here in the silence
until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can.
I were rubbing elbows, rocking together. And I once again saw how powerful a connection builder this technique is, that you simply enter the child's world, demonstrating to the child that I love you no matter what. I accept you exactly for who you are, with no negative judgments. I will rock with you as long as you want me to. That's how much I love you.
Stand on mountains, you raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
I want to say hi to Joanna. Hi, Joanna. Can you hear me? Okay. So I'm going to play the video that you and Erin sent.
It's like it was yesterday. I was praying for a miracle, scared to have a little hope. And now looking back today, seeing all the things you've done, I can't even add them up. 1, 2, 3, up to infinity. I'd run out of numbers before I could thank you for everything. God, I'm still counting my blessings, all that you've done in my life. The more that I look in the details, the more of your goodness I'll find. Father, on this side of heaven, I know that I'll run out of time, but I will keep counting I know that seasons never last forever. So God, I will remember all of the reasons my heart has to be grateful. All the times you've been faithful to me. God, I'm still counting my blessings, all that you've done in my life. The more that I look in the details, the more of your goodness I'll find. Father, on this side of heaven, I know that I'll run out of time, but I will keep counting my blessings, knowing I can't count that high. Oh, I can't count that high.
I'll try to be brief. This is a great responsibility to open up the comment section. So I got to know Gerd in 2011 when he first came to do the first outreach with João, and we started working, very closely from that time onwards. And he completely changed the program that I was already trying to run by myself and everything that we knew. And he opened up this new possibility of life for João and for ourselves. So I knew about Gerd through Erin, which I had met in the institute, and so Erin had also been working with Gerd for a few years prior to my acquaintance with Gerd. So Erin has two kids now. Brandon is, we would say, recovered, if we can use that word. There's an interview with Brandon on his website. And he's in college now, and he's doing really well. João has also changed, tremendously over the years, and he's now a happy social boy, enjoying sports and life, and over his restriction on food and enjoying cooking, and completely changed. And now Erin has a younger child who's also severely autistic, with a very hard food intake disorder associated with that. And so, seems like we're now carrying on Gerd's legacy, helping James. That's what we're doing together. I'm sort of, Erin and I are very close friends, and this seems to be like our mission now, is to put all that we have learned through our older boys, now in practice, helping little James to overcome the challenges that he has, and getting him to a point where he is happy and enjoying life. So I think, the music that we chose, I think speaks for itself. It was a blessing. It's a blessing. I couldn't be more grateful. And he has completely changed not only the lives of our boys, but the way we do life nowadays. And he's in my thoughts every day. There's no other way of saying that, because every time I look at João, I just feel so grateful for all that he has taught us over the years.
Hi, I miss Gerd very much, but I thank God that He put Gerd in my life, especially when my son was 17 years old. At time, I think I don't know what to do anymore, but Dr. Davy introduced me to him, and then I learned from him how to apply unconditional love to a boy, a young adult who is not yet verbal and has lots of ism and issue. But Gerd let me step by step to do love, to did love and to do love, and will do love forever to my son. And from him I learned the real kind of unconditional love. Gerd can cry. He could cry when he looked at my son's video, and he loves my son so much, and I think he loves your children also so much. We were blessed to have him. And when I did dialogue for myself, one of these days when lightning strikes, and so I hear his voice asking, "Why do you feel that way, Nia?" And then I smile. I find my way back to play and live with my son again. Thank you, Gerd.
Really, I'm making that video because I know I'm going to cry today. And if Gerd is here, he will ask me, "Why do you cry, Nia? Why do you feel that way?" But he's not here anymore. But I think his spirit, his heart, his way of thinking, everything that he invests in our mind and in our life will still be going on. And there's Dr. Debbie and Joanna here. They can, I think they can walk together with us, thinking about Gets Gets Gert's advice. One thing I want to cherish is Gert, Gert never um, reject uh, thinking and loving an adult uh, autistic person and the non-verbal one. He's not aiming for a success. He aimed for relationship, and I thank God for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ibu Nia, for the video and also the wonderful words. Up next, we will be sharing some wonderful words that are written by um, a lot of people.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more.
Gerd has helped us a lot to change our view towards our children. We expect a lot from him. The goal was for our son to be normal, but what Gerd taught us is to accept him for who he is, and be joyful, being together with him. And through that builds a bridge between our son and us. And he come to our world, and he doesn't stay in his world anymore. I mean, there are times still when he is in his world, but a lot more times when he looks at us and learns, and that's because of Gerd. He changed us, then our children will follow to change as well.
Hi, can you hear
Hi.
me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. Okay. So, hi everyone. I'm Ange. I'm from the Philippines, and I've known Gerd since 2019. And what started as a consultation, after consultation, I think what I appreciate the most with Gerd is that he doesn't just stay in touch with people just because he's committed to them, but because he counts everyone as a family, an extension of his family, and as a friend. So, more than a mentor, I really look up to him as a friend. And I really appreciate how he continued to cheer me on when I was thriving. And even when there were days that felt very uncertain for me, he was there to remind me that as long as I have the correct mindset, I should continue to help myself and become a blessing to more families and to more people, and much more to see myself as a blessing to my own self. To which is why, up until the last chance that I could get in touch with him, I really appreciate the exchange of messages, and whenever he shares short stories about himself, how he continues to be grateful up until his last breath. I think it gave me a reminder that as long as we're present, we can continue to see what's in front of us, and that we can continue to be grateful for the blessings that we receive on a day-to-day basis. And I will continue to be grateful for Gert for guiding me up until now. I think the memories that we've shared together, the life teachings that he has shared and extended to all of us, that will remain in our lives and in our hearts. So Gerd will always remain alive in most of us, and I'm happy to believe it that way. That's most of it. That's all that I can say. Thank you,
so
everyone.
much.
Yeah, hello everybody. It's really an honor to be part of this call. Yeah, we worked with Gerd for more than 10 years, and yeah, of course we will keep his memory in our hearts for a very long time. But as it was already said, it's just much more than just memories. The impact they had in our lives is something that it's like a seed planted in our hearts that it will keep growing. And I really, really appreciate it always that despite being a brilliant man with a lot of abilities, he never really made it about him. He made it about our son, and about this idea that transformation is possible. that I think it's a vital principle for life to know that we're not stuck. And so I will be forever grateful for this inspiration. The inspiration is brought in my life, in our family life, and it definitely the impact that Gerd had in our life had a big impact, as big as the impact on our son, and so I'm forever grateful for that, and I'm very thankful to be able to connect with all of you and to compare notes and and hear your stories. Thank you.
I think it's definitely a loss to all of us that he has left us. And Gerd was introduced to me by Dr. Debbie, and we engaged him to actually train families and teachers and parents who handle children with autism. And I think people come to tell me that, oh, Gerd's practice is very amazing, but yet very expensive. Expensive in the sense, not dollar and cents, but the effort that is involved. But somehow, we all know that there's no shortcut. Even we want to love our children with no special needs, it is only right that we give attention to them. Somehow we always forget because we are also very distracted by things around us, by our dream, by our needs. But God always bring us back to what we really need to do. I can show you some of the, yeah, me too. I think the greatest regret is not being able to meet him in person or say goodbye to him and thank him for being such a great friend to all of us. Can I share something?
You want to share your screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Dr. Debbie, can we give access?
Okay, thank you. I'm still not able to share. But it's okay.
No, I'm doing it now. Wait. Nowadays, they have put different.
So I'm trying to share with you.
You can now.
Okay, thank you. We collect feedbacks for all sessions that Gerd has conducted. And as you can see, these are all the feedbacks that we have received from all the participants who attended his sessions. Every session he gives, it is not about just imparting, okay, this is the slides, this is what we do, and this is what you should do. He make an effort to encourage people to share what are you facing today? What are your challenges? Let us all watch together the video to analyze together, like what you all see in the past video that you have just watched. So this is the effort that not many people will put in to really, really show you how the practice should take place. As you can see, everybody is so touched with what he has given us. This is not just 4,000 families. It's the workshop and the families that we have touched because of his teaching. It's beyond that. And this is just one of the workshops. He has conducted a number of workshops with us. So I think, you know, the world has lost someone like him, and it's a great loss to many, many families ahead. Yeah. Thank you.
I met Gerd actually at a very late serious stage in his life through my good friend Debbie and Rita, his partner. And I remember meeting him in person in Bali. We had this lunch together, and what struck me was his presence. He had a full life, I could feel that he cultivated this immense sense of presence and kindness. And he shared many stories around his upbringing, his times in the US with communities around Osho. So although I knew him very, very shortly, I could sense that he was a very, very special man. And joining this really highlights the fact that he touched many lives all around the world, supporting families and children. So just felt like I wanted to be here with all of you and support, especially my good friend Debbie. So thank you for putting this event together.
Thank you. Thank you, John, for being here.
Hello. Thank you for this opportunity. Some of you know Gerd and I were pretty close later in his life. I had the opportunity to meet him before COVID when I moved to New York City, and we got kind of close, and then I ended up working with him. He knew that I had I'd worked with autism throughout my life, and he said, "Let me show you what I'm doing." And I immediately fell in love with what he was doing and how he was doing it. I didn't have the exact words until watching these videos, but Gerd showed us how to be present and how to be love. And I said to him one time, without even knowing these words at the moment, I said to him, "Why are we not treating all of us? Why are we not treating each other this way? Why are we only treating those with autism this way?" And he said to me, "Chad, that is the question. Why are we not?" And even though I am no longer part of the autism world, his teachings and his training and this presence and this love that he shared with all of us, how to be with our children and with each other, it is greatly impacting the work I'm doing now with people. And the man truly touched my life. So thank you.
Hi, I'm fine. How are you? Thank you for this opportunity. It's a wonderful thing that you've put together. I miss Gerd every day. He came to our lives. I was one of his outreach families in 2013 when I met him. I was advocating for my son for services in school, and my advocate had heard about the Sunrise program and said, "Why don't you check out another opportunity?" Because we were doing ABA, and it just felt so. It just didn't feel right. He was so robotic, and so when I went to the startup program at the Autism Institute, I met a lot of wonderful people, and we started having outreaches with Gerd. And he, just like everyone else, he touched our lives, and it was the mindset that helped me. I felt responsible for a lot of things. My son being the way he was, I felt that I was the reason, but he helped shift that mindset, and I did the best I could with the information I knew at the time. And it wasn't my fault, and I just came to accept my son for the beautiful person that he is. And when I started to let go of all of the beliefs that I had, and people around me didn't help me. They also had their different beliefs too, so when I met Gerd, and through his love and his dedication, he helped me change my mindset, and he trained me to work with my son. He trained the staff that I had, and together we really helped build this wonderful team. And I began to see, my son in a different lens. And I came to realize my son changed me at 360. So I was, completely grateful that I, I'm just blessed. I just felt blessed having Garrett in my life, and he just really helped me see things differently. And the approach that he used was so holistic. It felt natural, it felt real, and I just began using this with, throughout my day to day, and I use this with everyone in my life, and people around me see the change, and they stop me, and people I haven't seen in a while that have seen my son, and they said, "What did you do? He's changed. He's calmer. Um, and it's just the approach that I've learned with working with Gerd, and shortly after COVID, I reached back out and found that he had started his own business and did an outreach with him. And it was just amazing connecting with him again. And we just, I always remembered him coming, and he remembered me and my son. And it's really a blessing. He was an amazing blessing, a God sent, and I am grateful, and I am, carrying his torch over to other families, and his memory still continues to live on. And to me, he's still here. He's still present, because every time I work with the family, or just not, or just, you know, in my day-to-day dealings with individuals, I always remember things that he said, and so I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful, and I know that he would be very, very happy, um, because he's touched so many lives, and just very happy. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Patan, and also thank you
Yeah.
for continuing his work as well. Yeah.
Hi, Wendy. Hi, thank you for organizing this. I got to know Gerd in 2021, and he was brought into my life by the lovely and wonderful Dr. Debbie, and I'm forever grateful to have had him in my life. When I first had my one-to-one consultation with him, I realized that someone who is living in Hawaii, miles away, who has never met my son, understood my son better than I did. And that was a awakening for me. And ever since then, Gerd has helped me transform into a better mom, a better person. Basically, that transformation was something I never knew I needed to go through. But slowly and surely, through Gerd's guidance and also through our family webinars, which we had every month, I think I became a very different person. And my son also started to change because I changed. My only regret is I never had a chance to meet Gerd in person. When he was in Singapore, when he was ill and staying with Dr. Debbie, I said to him, "I'm coming to Singapore. Can you wait for me? I would like to meet you before you return to Hawaii." But he could not wait. I think he just missed home so much, and he just had to go. So that's my biggest regret. But I did continue my consultation with him when he went back to Hawaii. And I am grateful that I got to speak to him on my last consultation with him. It was a week before he passed away. And he left some very good advice for me, which I thought I would share with everyone. I said to him, what do I do, when you're not around and I don't know what to do if I have a problem. And he said, well, you always think you don't know what to do, but if you give it a bit of time, you will come around and you will know what to do because you've already had all this training for so many years. It's somewhere in there, and based on all the principles that I've taught you, you will know what to do. Trust in that. And he said that he believes that I would know what's the right way to go. And I thought that was really good. He gave me comfort, and I think I'll never forget Gerd. I will remember him for the rest of my life.
I think, well, Meta said most of the things that we wanted to say, but personally, I'm very grateful for being getting to know Gert and not just learning methods to understand Nicholas and to communicate and reach out to our son, but also it helped me become basically a better father. And for that, I'm truly grateful.
Nowadays, maybe would say, okay, what would God do? So he lives on, always. He's always there to guide us. Yeah. Well, we're glad we had a chance to meet him. He came up to Malaysia briefly. Too short, but we had a few very nice meals with him. He enjoyed the food, German food. It's food that he brings him comfort. So yeah, we're grateful for that. Yeah, he's gone too soon, but we will always remember him. Yeah, and I hope that his wife Rita will be comforted and carry on strongly. Yeah, I think Good would want that. Yeah, and when Marcus gets better, and we will tell him more about Good and share with him. Yeah.
Maybe I should share too, yeah.
Yeah.
I just realized that. So I only met him in person twice, I think. And that was directly before COVID. So 2019, I think. And then 2020. And then after that, COVID hits and I never met him in person. But it was quite unique because I'm a sibling of somebody who is autistic, my brother Ben. And I think he is the first consultant that my mom met who addresses me not like a glass child. In the sibling world, there's a term called a glass child where sometimes siblings of autistic people, they feel that they are not seen, but that's not what Gert see me as. He talked to me like a proper adult, and he understood my position as a sibling, but also as a semi caretaker for my brother. And at the, I don't know if this is just me, but the first time I met him, I was really scared because he asked substantial questions to me as a sibling, not just like, oh, how are you, and then move on speaking to the parents, but he talked to me very, very, very clearly, and also he asked the why questions, which I was so anxious to answer every time he asked why, and I'm like, yeah, why, yeah. Up until I he trusted me to help translate his consultations with Indonesian patients, and through that experience with him, I learned a lot. I copy him a lot in all my interactions with my brother and also in my work now. Um, but one thing that Get really taught me is to see my brother as not a baby, but a friend. I used to be really anxious if I have to leave the house and he's at home. He's fine. But I was the one who is very anxious because I don't believe that he will be fine at home. But through talking with Gerd and through processing what I think about him and also what I think about my life, my relationship with my brother is also getting better. From looking at him as a baby, now I can look at him as a friend. And we spend a lot of time together. We exercise together. We watch movies together, and that was a really turning point of my relationship with him and also with my family through what I learned from Gerd. So I will miss him really, really bad. Although I only met him twice and then I met him online, but I feel like I've known him longer than that and closer than that. So yeah, that was my experience knowing Gerd, and really grateful for that too. We still have a few moments if before we go to the last part of today's session. If anyone else want to say a few words about Gerd.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
A million dreams are keeping me
A million dreams, a million dreams. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
so blessed that this is we finally actually have this opportunity to sit down and remember get together. And thank you for being here and thank you for sharing your beautiful memories. I want to share my own personal journey also with Gerd. So there are plenty of stages. There are a few stages in our connection. So the first stage is meeting him and as a teacher. And for the very first time, when he came to our lives, then we know how to translate unconditional love. I learned about unconditional love for my whole entire life through the Bible, through Jesus, but I do not know how to translate it to my own children. So Gerd came and Gerd showed us what it is like to show them unconditional love. And that is something that I could never forget. That now I can actually show my children how much I love them. That just being with them without demanding, without asking anything in return, and just joining them, it can actually show them how much we love our children. So Gerd was a rare gift. He has the ability to take ideas that seems abstract and make them deeply human, practical, and real. He taught us what it truly means to really put things into practice. Not just a phrase, not just theory, but as a way of living. As a way that the moment I wake up in the morning, what thoughts come into my mind, how I translate this to the people around me, how to really show myself, how to be there, like what Chet said, how to be present in each and every situation. So when we were in the darkness, Gerd was the light, and we were lost. He brought direction. And when we were overwhelmed with our situation, he gave us the calm. And that feeling of that season was gratitude. Because sometimes life sends more things to our way, but God will send us someone exactly when we need the most. The second stage in my relationship with Gerd was he became my collaborator. As he come year by year and sometimes every 6 months to our house, in that time I was in my research on autism protocol that I have been doing with my own children. I was trying to figure out biologically what happens in their brain. It's like they were having inflammation and they have damages, have different kind of pruning in the brain, and how to bring it back to the right path. And I was telling Gerd, do you see? Say, yes, I'm seeing very different qualities in Joshua. And I say that, do you see that this is something that we can do together? I do the biology and you do the mind. At that time, I don't have a clinic yet. And Gerd being Gerd, he didn't care about my title. He didn't care about my facilities and resources. He cared about the truth. He cared about outcome. He cared about helping families. And he said, yes, let's do this together. So our relationship then changed, not just from teacher and student, but also become colleagues. So we work side by side. We help families together. We shared ideas together. That feeling of that season was encouragement. I was so encouraged by his acceptance, by him not showing his superiority, by him showing that yes, let's do this together. For him, from someone who's so high up there in his stages and come and accept me, and it's just someone that truly believes in you and give you the courage to, yes, go out there. And that is what get to me at that period. Then the stage after is sharing Gerd to the world. There's come a season that I had the privilege of introducing to many more families through documentary like Joshua Tree, through the seminars, online conferences, and speaking platforms. And through that events, through the conversation across countries, more and more parents that got to know him. And I was so proud. I was so proud because I knew the gift he carried. I was very proud because I can see the sparkle in the parents' eyes. And more than pride, I also find amazement watching parents respond with tears, hope, relief, gratitude. Because Gerd did not just give information, he touched heart. He make us felt seen. He make parents felt seen. There is less of being alone, and give them hope. Give us hope when there is despair. And the feeling of that season was wonder. To witness someone impact others so deeply in something unforgettable. And the fourth stage is my family, Somewhere between all the season, something even deeper happened. He becomes family. He no longer my teacher, my collaborator, or friend. He become my brother, my kindred spirit. There are some people who enters your life. They feel strangely familiar, as though your soul recognize each other. And that's so scared. I could speak about him, about everything. Parenting, marriage, work, doubts, dreams, life. He understood me in many ways that many people wouldn't. A feeling of season was belonging, because family is not just about blood. It's about family that chosen by our heart. And Gerd was extraordinary, He cares, he's thoughtful, he's funny, he's generous, he's present. When I visit him in Hawaii, he looked after me so beautifully there. And those memories are so precious. And we laugh and we talk endlessly. We share moments that now feel sacred. The feeling of the season was joy, because it's rare to find someone so brilliant, and even rarer to find someone so brilliant and so connected and love you very much. And something happened. He got COVID, and after the cough never go away. And I keep asking him, go and check it, go and check. And he went for CT scan. And even before the CT scan result came out, I told him, come here to Singapore now. I want to see you now. And only when he came to Singapore and we opened the result of the CT scan, and the cancer has spread to everywhere in his body, in all his bones, in the lungs, in the heart, in the sac of the lung, in the sac of the heart, in the hips, in the liver, in the prostate, in the long bones. And that time, our role reversed. He has guided me become someone that I guide and someone I cared for. He who supported me become someone that I need to support. And that was the hardest season in my life. We fought hard, we prayed, and we saw improvement. It was after 3 months, some of the areas of the body, like the sac of the heart, has no more cancer. In the sac of the lung, no more cancer. In liver, there is no more cancer. In prostate, there is 30% reduction of the cancer. But it was not gone. But at that time, he was very tired and he missed Hawaii. And he told me, Debbie, I'm tired. I want to go back into my lane in Hawaii. When he said he wanted to go home, I had to learn one of life's hardest lessons, that sometimes love means letting go. The feeling of that season was heartbreak and respect, because I have to respect what he wants. I remember after he left in the airport, at the airport when we say goodbye, I knew that it might be the last time I would see him in real life. And it was very hard. And I have actually been running away after that. I kind of like choose to not face reality and get myself so busy that I don't have time to contact him. But he was very, very kind and very patient, and he keep on, Debbie, when are you available? Debbie, when are you available? It was that period of time when he was looking for me and I was somewhere else around the world. And finally, I come to meet my own fear. And I tell myself after a period of prayer that it doesn't matter whether he's still flesh and blood or he's no longer blood. He's going to be forever connected with me. And now, then I met him 2 days before he passed on Zoom. And I told him that, Gerd, we don't need vessels to be friends. We don't need vessels to stay in contact. And I think that is a sign also of goodbye. And then 2 days ago, he passed away. So now in the final season, Gerd is no longer limited by body, illness, geography, or time. I believe that he has become my guardian angel. Not for me, but for all of us, for all the families whose life he has touched. He still reminds us that unconditional love is real, that children deserve to be deeply seen, that parents need compassion too, that wisdom without kindness is incomplete. That feeling of the season is gratitude again. Because grief exists only when love was real. Thank you, Gerd. You were my teacher, my collaborator, my brother, my kindred spirit, my friend, my patient, my guardian angel. Sorry. The world knew your genius. I knew your heart. And that's the greatest gift of all. Thank you, my dear friend. Thank you so much. Sorry, I was I I've been trying to control the emotion, but I think that it just get out. Yeah, but I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Remember me, though I have to say goodbye. Remember me, don't let it make you cry. For even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I sing a secret song to you each night we are apart. Remember me, though I have to travel far. Remember me, each time you hear a sad guitar. Know that I'm with you the only way that I can be.
My role in the Golden Collaboration is working mainly with the parents on their mindset. I literally mean how you think and how you feel. What if you can change your mindset to believing that every one of your children, autistic or not, they all have their very unique inbuilt intelligence. Think about that. How many times a day, each day, do you think of, yay, thank you for looking at me. Ooh, this was a really nice job. A little rub on the back if they allow you. To show your appreciation and your pride, and you make it visible and you make it audible to your child. How many times a day do you do that? I personally, in my over 30 years now, I tell you, the biggest teachers in my life have been autistic children. What they are teaching me is actually, if you think about it, what we are asking them to do, we ask them to climb Mount Everest. And most parents want their children to climb from the bottom to the top in one day or in a week. But if you really look at the people who actually climb that mountain, they first build a big base camp with all the supplies. That's called the attitude. That's called loving, accepting the child with no negative judgments. That's building the base camp. And then the child starts climbing to camp number 1. Then there's bad weather. Okay, now we have to stay put in camp 1 until the weather clears. Then we have to climb back down, get some more supplies to camp 1 so that we can go to camp 2. That's how usually people actually climb that mountain. Right? So this is I've never seen a child come out of autism in a very nice, steady, even incline. Never happens like this. There's a lot of little ups and downs. It's more like a chart on the stock market. You know, if you look at just 1 week of a stock that actually has gone down, you think, oh, no, getting on this one. If you back out and you look at the same stock over 6 months, oh, that little downtrend was just one little blip, but in general, the stock's going up. That is much more how children move themselves out of autism. So there are a lot of little ups and downs, but if you in general see the progression go in the right way, you know your child's on the right track.
And the dream that you did to, oh why can't oh, someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like a lemon drops, high above the chimney top, that's where you find